Hi, I'm Chris Giles, the Technical Director of Havilah Resources. I hope you've all been keeping well. Today we thought we'd run through some of the conclusions that are in the quarterly report that's just been released. And I have with me today Richard Buckley, who's our Projects Manager, who's a Senior Mining Engineer. So Richard, we've really been fortunate. We've been able to continue work and drilling through all this coronavirus.
Yeah, thanks Chris. We've had our drill rig going almost continuously on our 2-in-1 roster. The guys are doing really well up there, adhering to all the COVID-19 protocols that we've got in place. But the really important part for us is they've been able to get some really good results there for the shallow oxide gold resource. And one thing we've decided to do is incorporate those results and look at a starter pit option for West Kalkaroo. And that's really important to us because it enables us to get some money pretty much straight up front. We can generate some profit based on a gold resource that's only about 30 metres deep. So, we've had some good announcements, and we will continue to have some announcements coming out in the future.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realise actually that Kalkaroo's a pretty large gold deposit in its own right, with over 3 million ounces of gold as JORC resources. So just following on from what you're saying, Richard, maybe you'd like to just give us a run through in Vulcan 3D of some of the drilling results and what it actually means for Havilah.
All right, yeah, no worries, Chris. Okay, so what we've got here at the moment is I've just loaded the drilling up that we're undertaking at Kalkaroo West. So these are the drill holes that we've got results for, and you can see these are some new lines, the grey ones where we don't have results yet, but those assays are pending, and we'll be releasing results as they come into the market. And the main reason for the Kalkaroo West drilling is to define the shallow oxide gold resource. And this I'm just going to load up some data that'll give you an indication of what I mean by shallow. So just rotating around on the screen here, you'll see that we've got this upper sequence which is being drilled out, and that's only about 30 to 35 metres below the surface. So it enables us to get some quick payback for the mining, and whilst we then open up the saprolite ore that's a further 10 to 20 metres below that surface as well. So we've started work on a starter pit and a few stages in order to put in a pepper to the government so that we can sort of hit the ground running once all these results are incorporated. And that starter pit sort of looks, I'll just load it up on the screen. It's this one here. So we've got a starter pit which basically comes along and just goes for that oxidised ore, and it's, as you can imagine, it's a fairly small pit, but it does uncover a number of ounces. And then what we'd do is we'd transition from this pit into a larger pit, which again goes for the oxidised ore. And as we work through with these new results, we'll also be going to a larger pit again, which we see here, and that uncovers the saprolite ore which sits below. So we want to do it in a measured way that enables us not to have sort of massive upfront costs. Obviously we need to put in a plant at the beginning, but again we're looking at low cost options for putting in a plant as well. Now, to put this in context with the Kalkaroo PFS final pit, that pit looks a bit like this. Okay, so you see in context here, we've actually just got a small portion that we're actually looking at mining initially. But the real value to us is that once we start mining and opening up the ore body, we won't stop. So we'll just continue moving around the dome area and back into Kalkaroo West as well. So realistically, we're looking at a low startup option in order to to move this project along.
So one significant thing we haven't mentioned about Kalkaroo, Richard, is the rare earths. There's quite high rare earth levels associated with the gold mineralisation at West Kalkaroo, and we're going to be doing some research work on that, trying to establish whether we can get a concentrate from those rare earths. Unfortunately, because of the coronavirus issues, we haven't been able to do much work at Mutooroo or Grants this time around.
Yeah, no, that's right. So, I mean, we're very keen still to drill out to the western end of the Grants Basin, given that it's a very large exploration target of ours. And you know, we're going to invest the funds when we get the permission to go out there and do some drilling down that western end. And with I suppose the aim to put out a JORC resource, you know, around the 750 to a billion tonne sort of number, which we've already stated within our announcements previously.
So maybe, Richard, you'd like to just give us a little run through and just show us where we're proposing to do this drilling and the sort of resource that we're looking at.
Okay, no problems. We'll do it in Vulcan then.
So this is the Grants deposit, and I'm just going to explain Grants and Grants Basin. This is Grants over here to the west of the Grants Basin. These are the drill holes that we've already drilled in the basin. I'll just put up base of the iron sequence, and you'll see here that the drill holes basically go down and pierce through it. So it is a basin. This is our exploration target, which we've announced, which is about between 3 and 4 billion tonnes. And it's only a small portion of the basin itself. The basin basically goes around, there's about 25% of the total basin. That's the actual basin itself, and we've targeted the exploration target just on a corner here. And the reason for that target is we're looking at the outcropping basin, so less than 50 metres of cover. And so one of the key targets that we want for our drilling, and I'll just show you the planned drilling that we've got planned for this year or next, depending on access. We've got a drilling program that's going to test out the low overburden stripping ratio areas, and this is what you see with the grey colours here. Okay, so you see that what we're doing is infill drilling from the already drilled holes, and the reason for that is we need to be able to publish a JORC compliant resource, and you have to do that with denser drill hole spacing. So we hope to get the drill rig there at some stage and start drilling these holes so that we can provide a JORC compliant resource.
So finally, we should mention that we've made great strides in reducing our office overheads down to something that's more in keeping with the size of our company over this last quarter.
Yeah, Chris, we've moved out of our large office. We've moved the provider of our IT services to something in keeping with the reduced workforce. And also we've gone to a cloud-based accounting system which will enable us to more effectively manage our accounts going forward.
Yeah, so all in all, it's been a really busy quarter for Havilah. And going forward the next quarter, there's going to be a lot of excitement with the new drilling results coming in. And as we continue to engage with potential partners on our projects.
And don't forget, Chris, to tell everyone about the Kalkaroo website in particular. But the whole Havilah website has been reorganised. It's certainly a lot more efficient on a mobile platform now. But the Kalkaroo landing page has got some great video and graphics.
Yeah, and while you're there, make sure you sign up to subscribe for our regular update newsletters. So I guess that's about it for this quarter, Richard. So everybody stay well, and we'll talk to you next time.